Today is the last video of the month, so I thought it would be appropriate to do a January favorites. The first day of the year, I decided I would start keeping a diary, and I never did before. I was afraid that I would just quit and stop writing, but I actually managed to write every single day in this diary, and I realized that I write a lot. But it has been very helpful to me because I usually spend so much time thinking, and I keep all of my thoughts in my head, and I don't share too much with other people. So just having a place where I can write them down and then read them or think about what I've been doing, it's really nice to me. The next thing I'm going to show you, I'm super excited about because I've been looking for it for a very long time. It is this Louis Vuitton bag from 2003. It's a limited edition with Murakami, and I couldn't find it anywhere, and the only places where I could find it was just way too expensive. I do understand that being a limited edition has a really high price, but I just wasn't willing to spend too much money on a bag. So one happy day I finally found it on eBay, I bid on it. It was a ridiculous price, and I don't really think that the person who was selling it, since he was a man, knew how much this bag could cost, but I can't complain about it, and I'm very happy that I finally have it. One of my New Year's resolution was to learn how to use a sewing machine because, as you may know, I love doing DIY projects, and I usually hand sew everything, but it might take so much time, so I just really needed to learn, and I did. But I didn't want to spend too much money on a sewing machine because they could be extremely expensive. So I just went on internet, I looked for the cheapest one I could find, and it was around 50 pounds from John Lewis, I believe. And I actually really like it. It's super easy to use, and I would definitely recommend you to look into it if you're a beginner. I do have to say that it has basic stuff, but to me that's all I need, and it works with everything I want to do. I can make my own clothes now, and it's just so much fun and cute because it comes in so many different colors. The next thing is a beauty product, and it's a concealer by Estee Lauder, and it's called Disappear Smoothing Cream Concealer. I really needed to get a new concealer because I was running out of mine, and even though I really liked mine, I just wanted to change a little bit. So I found about this one that had great reviews. It definitely caught my eye because of the sophisticated packaging, but once I tried it on, I definitely understood why so many people hype this product. You just need the smallest amount and it will cover anything at the first try. You don't even need to layer it, and it blends so well, and it still looks like your own skin, so I just think it's great. The next thing is a book called The Lake by Banana Yoshimoto, which is my favorite writer because her style is really dark and mysterious but still romantic, and I always can relate to her characters, so I always enjoy reading her books. The story is about a young woman who recently lost her mother due to an illness, and she's a very creative person, and she usually watches outside the window, and then one day she noticed this man on the other end of the building which does the same thing, so she becomes really interested on him and they become really close friends, and there is a lot more. I'm halfway through and I'm really loving it, so I don't know, I just thought I would put it in here even though I didn't finish it. I still think it's amazing. As always, even this month I watched plenty of movies, and I have two favorite ones. One of them is called The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, and the very interesting thing of this movie, in my opinion, is the fact that he, being the protagonist, was completely different from what he usually acts, the role that he does. He's usually this perfect, super kind person, and then in this one he's extremely greedy. He's still nice, but he's violent, he's a drug addict, and it's just really different. I don't want to tell you anything about the story just because when I went to watch the movie I didn't know anything, and by watching it my mind was blown and I wanted to have the same experience, but I'm just gonna say that it was extremely crazy. The other movie is called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and I believe that it's one of the greatest movies I've seen in a very long time. When I watched it I felt so incredibly inspired by it, and it's shot in Greenland and Iceland, which is just amazing because everything is visually awesome. It's with Ben Stiller and it's based on a book, and it's about this man who lives an ordinary life. He's just your average man, but he also spends a lot of time daydreaming. He built his own world, so pretty much instead of living the life that he would love to live, he's just stuck with his work that he doesn't really like. are surrounded by people that don't really understand his talents and his dreams and his potential. So then one day, randomly, his amazing adventure begins and he travels around the world and he does all these crazy things, and you start realizing how great of a person he is. And the meaning of the movie just opened my eyes completely, because so many people these days are stuck living the same life because they think that is what they are supposed to do. But really, if you want to do something, you're just completely free to do it. You are able to do it. And even if it's maybe a different and more difficult road to take, I believe that you should do it if it's what's gonna make you happy. So these were all my favorites for this month. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I would love to hear what you have been loving. And this is it. I will see you very soon. Bye!
Thanks for watching!